All right, guys, welcome back. Uh, we're going on the Ogre Buster trip. Uh, so, as the group leaves their armaments and armors and everything behind in the two war rooms that were given to them on the second floor of the Adventurers League, locking them behind them, going down, getting some meal in their bellies just to prepare for the evening. During one point of the evening before leaving, Dregnar gets up and goes over to speak to Hava just a little bit. There's a little bit of an exchange. The distance is such a way that you can't really make out what he's saying, but they're just, having a quick conversation. And then after a little bit, he comes back, gets back to his meal. And then on the way out, Calisor would have approached Hava and invited her out to do the drinks, where she scribbles on the sign and essentially is now heading with y'all through the evening now of Greenhill towards the Bronze Hook.
Pub crawl, let's go.
So, as you guys enter, it's a pretty lively night. Chanting and singing. Looks like people are trying to keep spirits up with the activities and the way that the Eastern Front is going on. There's just a tension. What would you guys like to do as you enter the Bronze Hook?
What do you think, fellas? Do we go in big, or do we wait and then announce like as we're about to start?
Hey, I just kind of like
Probably start.
loud whisper.
What
group.
exactly is an ogre buster?
Oh, you'll see, buddy.
Ooh.
It's a good time. That's
okay.
what it is.
No, here's what it is. It's what it is. It's what you're required to drink the first night you're in town with this group.
Yep. Mandatory. You finish one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna like stage whisper to the group and be like, "They call me Iron Hide. We should hype this up. Maybe we can get more money from them."
100% on board. I think it's Iron Shell, and now I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's Iron Shell.
Iron Shell. Yeah, they call me
Yeah.
Iron Shell. We should hype it up.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll hype it up. There'll be a show.
So as you guys are kind of whispering amongst yourselves, you see like the halfling waitresses zipping around with different, plates of various types of foods and ales. There's a ton of those different types of swamp tubers and stuff. But again, they smell delicious. And there's fish that are fried and everything, and they're zipping around. And before you, you see a fairly, busy, rather packed Bronze Hook. Go for it.
So do we just seat ourselves? I forget.
You're looking for, so you guys kind of peruse and
We got a big party.
Yeah, and you see there's not really any sections where there's a big enough table for the whole group. You do see like one or two open tables split up amongst themselves. But you can try to work things out.
Can we just grab the tables and shove them together?
You can try, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we'll do that.
there's a little bit of a means to like move stuff, but sure.
If anybody gives us shit, I'll be like, hey, make way for the menagerie. We've got the Iron Shell here. We're about to put on a show.
Damn.
All right, so Al and Davis, y'all definitely picked this up. There is some sort of just like music going on. There seems to be like some sort of live performance in like one of the corners, trying to again keep the atmosphere lively and energetic. As you guys go to start moving tables, they're big, heavy, tables. And you kind of start dragging them along, and there's some of it you're lifting them and kind of squeaking, and then one of them kind of the waitress zips by and says, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
Trust me. Trust me. Just let us get settled in. Well, your patrons are gonna be having a great
Where
time.
are you gonna put this? There's no room. Like, what are you doing?
We'll make room. It's fine.
We'll figure it out.
By the way, round of ogre busters for everybody here. Everybody in this group. Sorry, Round of Ogre Busters for everybody in this group.
How many is in this group? I
I
see
don't know, we're at 10 now, I think.
10 ogre busters. Okay, it's your funerals.
Wait, 10? Who's
I mean, Hava's with us, and I think was...
Marb,
Yeah.
you got some people, right? You convinced some dudes.
I mean,
to
I
get
rallied people at the Adventurers Guild to come here and see the Iron Shell battle some Ogre Busters again. But
Well,
we're not
Hava's
battling.
with you. Hava's
Probably Hava.
So Hava's with you, and she's kind of like embarrassed at y'all just grabbing a table and moving it, but she's also kind of just laughing at the same. Like you can tell she's kind of flushed, but she's kind of enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
But you do essentially manage to nimble your way. Move, and you bump into some individuals as you're trying to move the tables around. But yeah,
You're gonna be short but not rude. Just like, it's like, hey, it's cool, we're good.
My bad. We're just trying to get settled in.
Okay.
Settle in, it'll be fun.
All right. Well, let me just see. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Okay. What the hell is Angie posting?
I don't know, what is that?
It's just the layout, how they're trapped.
Oh, yeah.
Sogo Ban. It's a classic game.
Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
amazing.
I knew, I just didn't know what it meant, but now I do.
What
Okay,
was the Adventurers Guild like main guy?
Seb?
The main guy is Seb.
Is he at the bar? Because we had said we were going to be there, and he might be as well.
He said he'd meet y'all down there. He's not there. You're looking around. Go ahead. Do you have a high enough passive perception? You don't see Seb yet.
Okay.
Is Julian there?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. 21.
No, Julian is not there. You kind of take your time a little bit.
Okay.
You guys, just for the sake of it, you guys managed to get the tables bumped up together. You kind of created this like ugly blob in the middle of like where they had some paths set up for ease of the waitresses. So now they have to kind of like go around this table every once in a while. But you're set up. You're able to sit down. You guys doing anything while you're waiting for your ogre busters?
What kind of performance is the dude doing, or the bard, or whatever in the corner?
Angie, what type of performance is he doing? You get to imagine it.
He is a lute player.
All right. Is he
No, there's two of them. There's a lute player, and what's another good instrument? I don't know. Something else.
lute and drum or something?
Bongos. Fine. Bongos and a lute.
Okay.
Classic combination.
There you go. So yeah, you have two individuals. The bongos being played by a female Khemri or hobgoblin, and the lute being played by a silver-haired elven male.
Oh, they're doing artistic poetry too. They're trying to inspire people with like beautiful words. So they're a little bit of bongo, a little bit of strumming, and then some weird lyrics, and then some combinations of that.
Is that silent jazz or like some sort of poetry, something like slam poetry? Yeah.
Slam poetry, yeah. You just have some people every once in a while, just all the commotion, all of a sudden, and then more commotion, and then more snapping every time. But so yeah, you got some slam poetry by a drum-playing female Khemri and a elven male on the lute. Interesting. And then yeah, so a little bit more time passes. Are you guys doing anything or just waiting, talking? You just want the ogre busters out?
I am extremely uncomfortable and very, very quiet.
I'm gonna just say everyone picks it up. Everyone in the group picks up how like Calisor is even more in his hood than he would think possible. He's just so. But
I'm gonna be standing doing some stretches and just try and like see if like without being like, hey, I'm the Iron Shell, just like hope that people notice that I'm here.
Give me a performance check.
I'm not good at those. Yeah, I'm not good at those. 2.
Yeah, there's this Tortle awkwardly just kind of wobbling around by the table, trying to pose every once in a while. You're getting noticed, but you're more just because you're in the way of everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2 minus 2.
Literally 0.
Zero. Wow.
You are legit just in everyone's way. And at one point, there's a shit. I'm just laughing and from the visual in my head. There's a male dwarven figure kind of walking by, and you're in his way, and he says, "Hey, Scaly, move it."
Hey, don't talk that way to the Iron Shell.
I'll like shuffle awkwardly to the side, but I'll still be like, like limbering up.
Just keep moving, buddy.
D20. 12 people. All right. As you say, Iron Shell, a few individuals kind of look and are like looking for someone to fit the description. And even though they see a Tortle there, they just can't. It doesn't click that would be him. He's all like wide-eyed and sheepish and kind of awkward, and then they just kind of turn around and get back to what they're doing. And then essentially, after a little bit more, 3 halfling waitresses come zipping out, and they present upon the table 10 fucking ogre busters.
I have no idea how much this is going to cost, but whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll grab mine, stand up, announce to everybody in the place. Ladies and gentlemen, you are truly blessed tonight for the Crass Menagerie here are pleased to present to you the myth, the legend, the Iron Shell, here to show you how to slay an ogre.
All right, give me while you're doing this, because it's kind of loud and rowdy in there, give me a charisma check.
Okay.
You can be proficient at it. I'll allow it.
Fire off some thunder just before he
with
speaks,
proficiency,
and...
then it'll be 24. 18 plus 3 plus
24. Okay, and then Angie, give me a spell casting check. So your wisdom.
Should have made it for sock.
So you're doing thaumaturgy.
Yeah, fire off some thaumaturgy.
Okay, I just wanted to see how much it helps with the whole thing. So nice. Okay, yeah. So 24 plus 18. Yeah. Very. So there's a slow rolling like thunder, and then it kind of like, as Davis like jumps up and stomps his feet, there's this loud crack of thunder, and then people look and turn, and Davis, you give your thing, and then people are like, Are you the Iron Shell?
No, it's not me. I present to you the Iron Shell, and then motion to Roque to stand up.
Okay.
And then I'll like point to Al to be like start like hit, give him some music, some play-in music.
I have 2 questions before I respond. One, if I cast fog cloud, is it big, or can I just be like, I just want a little itty bitty fog cloud?
That's by the definition of the spell.
Okay. Did we not have a flask that also gave a little bit of smoke?
Dregnar does, yes.
Could we? I'd be like, hey, Dregnar.
Dregnar hides under the table.
Just a little smoky around us.
Just
okay, Roque, but I'm also going to do you one better. As I pull out the flask, I cast silence on the piss-ass performers up top, so we can't do their bullshit anymore.
King.
Holy shit.
All right, I love that. So, shit. Okay, yeah. So, like, all of a sudden, you just kind of hear this, like, do, and you just
they're
like
still hitting it, and they're just
and you're casting, and and they're just like, kind of, and then you uncork the ever-smoking bottle, and from underneath the table, the smoke cloud kind of starts coming up. And Roque, what do you do?
Yeah, you know what? I stand up on a chair.
Okay.
And I take the most awkward bow ever, because turtles don't bow well.
Very well, yeah.
Yeah, their hips are like way inside the shell.
Uh-huh.
And I hold it up to the crowd, and I say, "Cheers!"
A little breaking.
I'll give him. I'll start a drum roll on the table.
Okay.
Really fast. As me and Davis are doing music, can I inspire?
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, you get this little drum roll going.
Yeah.
some people start joining in, you know, even that original dwarf guy that was like in the way, he starts like stomping his feet, kind of off rhythm because he's kind of inebriated, but he's getting into it. Hava is just kind of looking around, like kind of excited, kind of clapping to the rhythm. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then I down the whole drink.
All right. It's that same. It is fire water to the extreme. And as you're like going like halfway through, you know, you start feeling it. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. I would say in this case, with all the things that are like, you know, riling you up and all that, you can do it at advantage.
Okay, thank God for advantage because they went.
And
from
you
a
get the
7
bardic
to an 18.
inspiration, right? Can use on saving throws with this, right? I think.
Yes, he can. So it's an 18. Do you want to save it, or you're gonna
Plus-
use
No, I'm gonna leave it at 18 for now. So
Okay.
you did Constitution, right? So 21 total.
21 total? Easy. It burns. It's disgusting. You hate this shit, but and like you're starting to like make that sound, and people can hear you just and like people start getting quiet and quiet because you're not taking a moment because you can, you know, hold your breath for an hour, and you're not like stopping and not stopping, and then you just slam it down and it's empty,
Cheer as loud as possible as soon as he does it.
and you just like go for it.
I forgot when it was. Like cause a tremor when he slams it down.
Materia D? Okay, gotcha.
And so as soon as he does it, I'll be like, it's like, isn't that impressive, ladies and gentlemen? It's like, now, what if I told you he could do that again right now? What would you say, huh? And just like try and get the crowd going as much as they can. Who wants to see him do another one? Who wants to see another one?
All right, go ahead and give me a. Well, I guess I'm gonna do it like the roll call. So Davis, you're doing people to get hyped up. So go ahead and give me a performance check.
20.
20. Okay, Grant, are you doing anything, or are you just kind of observing?
I guess I would actually want to check on Calisor and be like, if he wants to move away from the crowd, like say if you want to step outside or move away from the center of this,
Okay.
if you're not feeling so comfortable, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Step
just
away.
like slumped down in my chair, but
Mhm.
like kind of interested in what's going on.
Okay.
Thanks for asking, but this is interesting.
Okay. And all
I just encourage you to enjoy the show then.
Mhm.
And I sit back down and grab my beer.
Nice. Each and every single one of you has an ogre buster in front of you. Even Hava. So you guys are like, you know, Calisor and everybody, you just gotta figure out, like, people are starting to like kind of like march a little bit closer, get a little bit closer. You know, it's getting a little bit tighter in here as people are gathering, as this Tortle just slammed an ogre buster, which is like what, 40 ounces, I think I said, of mostly alcohol. Al, what are you doing?
The crowd's getting closer. Probably foot on the table, one and kneeling on the chair.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a little more height. Probably you're strumming the shit out of the loot.
Mhm.
I'd probably echo, be a yes man to what Davis is saying.
Hype man.
It's a great iron shell.
I got you.
Definitely just yelling hype stuff. Returned, indestructible.
It can't be. There's no way. Nobody
All
would
right.
do that.
Yeah.
He's ever done two, except for him. He'll do it again.
Nice. What are you doing, Marb?
I want to cheer with everyone, so I grab my ogre buster and go like, "Cal, try it out, it's good." And then to Hava like, "Hey, cheers."
Mm-hmm.
Probably take a drink and then kind of like slip back and start like talking to people. Like I'll go to the dwarf guy and be like, "So what? Do you think he's gonna be able to drink a second one like that?" I got like 2 silvers saying he can. And like
Alright.
try to make like a big like, I don't know, poll or pod of like gambles if Rock's gonna do it or not.
I gotcha. So you kind of go around. Go ahead and give me a just a general persuasion check to see how many people you can get like into your little, you know, bookie scheme in a sense. And Dregnar, what are you doing?
Well,
Dregnar, I don't remember. Were you here for the Ogre Buster?
I was not here before.
Okay.
So I've never experienced the Ogre Buster, and knowing how Dregnar is, he's not going to be outdone drinking.
That's what I figured. So yeah,
I'm going to attempt to down it. Does my dwarven resistance to poison give me the advantage against the alcohol poison?
we will see. It will possibly in the later stages. Right now, it's just to be able to hold it down, and it's just a sheer volume of liquid because it's like 40 ounces of just
but
alcohol together.
I know I probably won't be able to do it as fast as him, but personally, the most I ever did at one time was 62. Gardavel is 6 beers, so I know it's possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not going to be as quick as he did it though, because I'm going to have to take a breath in there.
I get you. So, do you jump on the table and join him, or are you just kind of doing it off to the side? What would Dregnar's personality have him do?
Oh, he would definitely be jumping on the table, going, "That's my friend," and try to do it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So as you're going, as he's going, and you kind of jump up there and kind of join him as he's still in the process of drinking it. So I'll backtrack just a little bit, and you try to take a breath, and then you like release this loud belch into the air. And then go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. And as you like release that belch, you could just continue chugging and chugging and chugging, and like as Roque finishes it, you slam it down, and you're still chugging a little bit. Yeah, you're fine, absolutely fine. This stuff burns. It's gross. The taste. Dregnar, this is insulting.
It's foul.
It's you've having made your own alcohol many times. Like, it's alcohol, sure, it's shitty flavored alcohol, but you essentially like a few 10, 15 seconds after Roque is done and people start cheering, you slam yours down and people notice that you finished one just behind him. And then more people start cheering as 2 Ogre Busters have been, busted.
Can I include Dregnar in my gamble? It's like...
Sure.
Who do you think could drink more, the turtle or the dwarf? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I got 4 silvers to 1. I don't know. And I just start whispering around the...
I like it. So that 23 is a very good start for you. There you go. So as there's some hype and people start gathering, start cheering, and they're like, "Iron Shell, random dwarf, Iron Shell, random dwarf," and it's just kind of going back and forth.
I thought a 10 in the background. His name is Gustav. Iron Shell, Gustav, Iron Shell.
Why don't you just be Dregnar? That's fine too.
Yeah,
I
imagine Grant, you're just kind of up there, just like sitting there, it's like Dregnar. However you want to do it, but so Roque, Dregnar is potentially taking some of the light off of you. Are you doing anything, or?
No, I'm okay with that. But what I'll do is I'll motion to Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold my hands up to the crowd, like stop for silence.
Okay.
So I'll hold my hands up.
They're
look at Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he sees me.
Oh, of course. His eyes are locked on you.
I'll hold up 2 fingers for 2 drinks and be like, "Give me 2."
Okay.
Right, 2 at once right now?
Yeah, just give me 2.
All right. We have I'm sure somebody at our table hasn't drank there, so.
If you'd order 10,
we had 2
should be all right.
extras.
And I'll
10.
Whoever gives them to me, I'll hold them both up, and then I'll hand one to Dregnar.
Okay.
And I'll say, good luck, buddy. I've already had 2. You're in for a good time.
I'll clang my mug up against hers and goes, "Here's to being friends. Here's to having a good time."
Nice.
Here.
So as you guys cling and everything, and you guys are getting ready to imbibe in the second round of Ogre Busters for each of you, a voice from I guess beyond the crowd, the kitchen kind of comes through, and it just says, "Wait," and everyone kind of turns as it's kind of echoing, and yeah, Vanadek, and people turn and see, and then it's before the group as Roque and Dregnar, you see him clear as day. There is a human, a kind of a portly human, but a human, and he's like, the Great Iron Shell has already defeated 2 Ogre Busters. An Ogre Buster's not a challenge for him. I'd like to have the Bronze Hook present the Guzzling Giants. And they bring out one, but now he's like had a little, and he kind of motions for another one. And it's essentially an Ogre Buster, but bigger.
Oh, God.
And an ogre-shaped glass.
It's just because I was talking about it. It is quite literally in one of those Das Boots kind of shaped ones, and it's of metal, and it's like just hammered metal, and it's like looking like it was just kind of made as if it was like waiting for the iron shell to show up one day, and luckily he had a second one made in case you finished it off to see if he could do it again, and they rushily bring another one out, and they kind of come to the table, and it takes like 2 waiters to kind of carry one out because it's so like just weird shape and awkward to move, and they kind of bring them up to the table, and then people kind of part and they slam it down, and like Dregnar and Roque, you feel the table kind of shake as they put it down, and you're like looking at a literal giant ass boot full of ale and booze, and it's a guzzling giant.
I'm looking at Roque, wondering if he looks like scared or eager or what.
Yeah, you can. I'm wide-eyed, like, okay.
I'll be like, Roque, we got this.
I take my Ogre Buster and I point at the dwarf that's a little drunk that was kind of yelping, and I like motion for him to come. And does he come forward?
Sure. Yeah, you got the crowd. They're like putty.
And I say, puny drink. I can do better than this. You can have this one.
Okay, and you like hand it to him, and he kind of like reaches up, and you kind of bend down, and he takes it, and he's like, "I got booze from the iron shell," and he starts chugging it, but he's not really like focusing on keeping it in his mouth. He's like just basically drowning himself in it and getting soaked.
And then it burns a hole through the floor, and we all wonder what we're thinking.
Yeah. But yeah, the crowd now is just silent after the boots slammed in front of you guys, and you kind of look into it, Roque, and you just kind of see like that trickle of bubbles going up, and then.
I would want to get the crowd hype again if I could, after everybody gets quiet.
Yeah, go for it. And
just quick, while Davis is hyping up the crowd, I'm gonna use that time to like secretly drink my potion, but like I'll drink it right before I know I'm gonna drink mine, so I have enough time to actually enjoy the use of it.
The fire potion?
Wait, the dragon breath potion? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is brilliant. I'm 100% behind this plan. I'll start making more wages like, is the iron gonna defeat the giant?
Yeah, exactly.
Odds are better, come on.
So, and also, while like trying to get the crowd hype, I would be like holding out the first Ogre Buster that he drank, like the glass or cup or whatever that he drank out of, and like holding that out for people to like go ahead and if they want to toss any money in.
Yeah, sure. People are all into it. Calisor, this is the strangest ritual festivity you've ever seen. Energy is there. You can feel it, and it's getting exciting. And Dregnar, you kind of are getting yourself, I would imagine, kind of hyped and ready to do this. And you do drop the silence eventually, and then you just kind of hear the two, just because you've kind of keened in on it, you just hear them bickering, and then, what the fuck, what's going on? And then it kind of breaks out. He's like, ugh. But yeah, so the crowd gets hyped. Marb, give me another round of bets. Same roll. Al and Davis, go ahead and give me performance and persuasion checks. Or yeah, Davis performance, Al persuasion.
Adam,
Cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and start like drinking one of the orc busters in front of me.
Okay.
Just to try it as I see everything going on.
It is foul. It is.
Have you ever had alcohol, Calisor?
I had your soup that one night, but
Forgot about that.
That's funny. Marb, you're getting people still. They're still interested. They're hyped. More and more people are getting in it. People are throwing coin. Davis, they're more kind of ignoring you, kind of with the boot and everything. They're just kind of focused in on the guys on the table making the display. Al, you're strumming away, pan flight, whatever. You're performing away, getting people in it, and you're getting like a rhythm, and people are starting to chant. Hava is just kind of getting into there, and she's starting to chant. Roque, you go ahead, and no one's really caring what you're doing. You slip the potion back. You have, I'm assuming you're doing fire?
Yeah, I thought about doing acid, but I'm like, if this goes wrong and I fall over drunk, spewing acid uncontrollably is bad.
I mean, fire
Poison
is just
gas,
as bad
dude.
too.
Poison gas.
But lightning, though.
But yeah. And then with that, minutes have passed, but it doesn't feel like minutes. People are getting hyped. People are into it. Excitement. You got bits and bets going so far. What is it, 19? And got it.
Things. Also give a inspiration to Davis and Dregnar.
Nice.
Davis and Dregnar. Okay.
And I think I'm going to start casting illusions. First idea is just an illusion of Roque, but he's flexing. He just keeps appearing in all these different flex positions.
I love it.
Like a hologram, like out in front of him.
Slowly spinning in place.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. With that, Roque, it's on your cue. Whenever you drink the potion, it's up to you when you start chugging.
Chugging the ogre buster?
Hmm?
Yeah. So once everyone's done their hype up, and right before I sense that it's about to be us drinking again, that's when I'll chug the potion, and then I'll just hold the boot aloft, and I'll look at Dregnar, and I'll wait for Dregnar's signal to go.
Okay, so I look at him, give him a little nod, and just for flavor, I'm going to go into a berserker rage
Nice.
before I down this.
Yeah. How does that look on the table? Are you doing something on the table, or is it just like you're hyping yourself, or your veins showing?
Well, I look at him. I've got the iron boot in my hand, and I just go into a rage. I'm like, stomping and like frothing from my mouth.
Half the crowd starts yelling the kind of same with you. The other half get kind of taken aback, and people are cheering. Roque, Dregnar, go, and this is a lot of alcohol, so there's gonna be a lot of checks. Marb, you get to do one of your checks at advantage. Does it get people bidding as all this is going nuts? And so Marb and Dregnar, as you guys are chugging, Roque, you're still riding that first high, so you can still make your check at advantage. Dregnar, because you're raging, I will give you advantage on the first Constitution check. As it hits, it's just a concoction of alcohols. Jesus, Dregnar. 18 total, 24 total.
Wait, do I have to roll?
Yeah, Marb, you're rolling to see how the crowd is going, but you can do it at advantage.
The second one.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, perfect.
26. Okay, so yeah, more and more people are just starting to throw in money and all that. And honestly, Marb, you've lost track. You're just grabbing coin and kind of putting it in one pouch, putting it in another pouch, praying you're getting. Fuck it. You don't care where you're putting it.
Are all becoming coin pockets. This is not how the system works.
You literally are just I don't know. I kind of lost track. You kind of just start pocketing some for yourself in another pocket. No one's noticing. But yeah. Yes.
I did so well. I'm going to start walking around the table, high-fiving everybody in my party and any random person that's around me while I'm.
I love it. Yeah, people are reaching and people are like kind of like climbing over like Davis and trying to give you a high five and everything. And Hava's just kind of like even in there and saying, "Wow!" She's into it. She's cutting loose now and having a fun time. Y'all are great. Y'all are going speed wise, chug, chug, chug. People are chanting. People are doing that. Even.
Sorry, I'm gonna like while Dregnar's doing his thing, I'm gonna partially by show, partially by because it is what it is. I'm gonna like wobble around a little and like just like I'm like into it, but you know I'm also like maybe there's some risk here. Maybe the Iron Shell can't handle it. So I'm just gonna play it up like I'm a little drunker than I am. But maybe
yeah. You know what? I know this is weird, but go ahead and people are into it. They're doing that. Go ahead and give me a performance check just to try to. I know you're not good at it, but people are like into it with you and everything. They're cheering.
15 total. I rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, the Iron Shell's stumbling. The giant's gonna squash the turtle." And some more people start throwing in money towards the Dregnar pool and everything. Go ahead, you guys keep chugging. Are you guys doing anything else, or do you want to go ahead and just do your next check?
I'm gonna stop drinking for a second and kind of lean over. I look like I like, and then I'm gonna tilt my head back a little and burp. But when I burp, I want just a little bit of flame to come out.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see how many people notice. Ooh. Yeah. So you gotta do that, and you are slightly feeling it. Like y'all are at this point tipsy, and you wanted a little less flame, but this bit kind of comes out, and some people like get like, "Whoa, fire breathing turtle," and then you just keep chugging. Dregnar, anything?
Well, when I see him stop, because I don't want to show him up because I don't want to deflate the Iron Shell. I'll actually take mine down.
Okay.
While he takes his down, and then once he does that, I'm gonna wipe my brow and start it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you get this like foamy because it's partially your foam from your rage, and there's like whatever alcohol's in there, you kind of and then slough it off to the side, and then y'all go start chugging. No advantages at this point, but go ahead and give me d20s, Constitution saves.
Oh wait, these have been con saves.
I should have blessed you too.
My con saves actually you can add 3 to all because my con saves is +6, not a
Extra
+3.
proficient.
Okay. Yeah. So you're good. The DC is 18 on this one, so let me know how it goes.
So
as you said that, I rolled a 15, so 21.
Nice.
Okay. Dregnar?
I did the same thing. I need to add +3 to all of mine. I forgot about it.
Okay. Yeah, because you're actually like fighting off alcohol poisoning. But with your dwarven resistance and your little bits of bonuses, you're good, Dregnar. You're starting to feel it a little bit more, like that stopping point kind of lets your head kind of settle and your gut kind of feel it.
Still have an inspiration if you want to use it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's a D6.
D8.
Do I still have an inspiration that I'm on?
Yeah.
Last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you and I both still have one.
Okay, yeah, Dregnar, and you kind of take a quick pause, let out a nice belch, and then keep going. And then, like, as you let out your belch, that's when Roque let out his little flaming little belch as well. And people are kind of getting into it, and y'all keep chugging and chugging and chugging, and y'all are approaching the halfway mark of the boot. Anything, or just straight to checks?
I'm focused now, and I'm
just focusing, trying to actually keep this down.
I get you. All right, con saves for the two of you.
Fuck yeah! 18 + 6, 24.
Uh-oh. All right. So, Dregnar, because of your dwarven heritage, you're allowed 1 failure, and it doesn't count as a failure. So
okay,
you're chugging and chugging and chugging, and like you're feeling it, but you're kind of gritsing through it and grinding your teeth as you're chugging and chugging and going. And like you both have essentially kind of a visualize, like you guys both have both hands on the side of the boot, just people are cheering and routing and all that. Anyone doing anything at the table as we're reaching the halfway point?
mean, I would still just be
Gently
working the crowd.
sipping my ogre
Learn
buster.
more.
I love it. Grant, in the time that they've finished an Ogre Buster and half of a Guzzling Giant, you've probably had a nice glass at this point.
Yeah.
I would just be working the crowd, being like, "It's like, oh my goodness, it's like this has never been done before." You know, what did they call this? Giant something?
Guzzling Giants.
The first ever Guzzling Giant. The Iron Shell is like no match for the Iron Shell. The Iron Shell can take on anything. And just kind of keep going and hyping them up as much as I can.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, and it'll help Marb with his betting. Or hinder him, depending on how you do.
19.
All right, Roque and Dregnar, as you're chugging along, pushing through the halfway mark now, go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws. DC is 20.
Oh no.
Adam, I'm a little bit drinking my Org Buster, like a little more like loose and all that. I'm gonna like if Rock's up on the table, like reach out and touch him to guidance if he ever needs the guidance.
Oh, okay. There's saves. I get you. I like it. So, nice. Okay, cool. This is, yeah, it's getting kind of hard. It's getting difficult. Dregnar, you're starting to feel it. This is just the sheer volume of liquid at this point. It's uncomfortable. Roque, you're the Iron Shell, my dude.
Man.
Just 22 total. Keeps on going. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Anything for visuals, flares, trying to get advantages between you two?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it up now. So I'm gonna like stumble and almost spill my drink.
Okay.
And I'm gonna catch it, and I'm gonna like lean down, and then slowly lift my head. And right as I'm like above the crowd, so just so I don't hurt anyone, I'm gonna roar and just spray fire. Just go,
Hopefully upward.
With just a
And no, directly at the crowd.
So yeah, you do this, and there's just this display of a young Tortle stumbling forward, almost falling off the table, using the boot to catch himself before he falls, propping himself up and releasing this roar. Go ahead, because you're using your actual self to do this. Give me a Constitution check. I just want to see how well you do. A performance check using your Constitution. There you go. So for you, because it's just a D20 plus 3.
16 total.
Jesus. You terrify the shit out of lots of people as you're like breathing fire, and people are like, "What kind of alcohol is in there?" Ah! And people start like running away, but some of them are just like entranced as part of the show, and you keep chugging and chugging and chugging. Dregnar, anything for you, sir?
Do I think I can continue without killing myself?
You are definitely feeling sick and poisoned.
I will give you a pep talk being like, "Hey man, actually I don't know, out of character, these are all saving throws, so my merit thing where I can make it disadvantage advantage doesn't apply to saving throws, I don't think, does it?"
No, it applies to any check. It's a D20. So he's poisoned right now, but he's doing save. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, so...
Yeah.
Oh no, it's saving throws at disadvantage, so yeah, I'll be like, "Hey man, you got this, keep pushing."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all I'm going to do for Flare is I'm going to drop down to one knee, put it down, and go. And then I'm going to look at Roque and like,
as he's breathing fire,
I can do it.
and
then I realized that son of a bitch took my potion.
That's true.
But it was so worth it.
Oh yeah. And then I'll try to chug some more.
Okay, so one more check. It is going to be DC 22 at this point. Constitution saving throw. Dregnar, Davis has done something that turns your disadvantage for being poisoned into advantage. So
So you do want to be poisoned.
One more roll.
I can only do it once a day.
Oh.
Oh,
The penultimate roll? I'm terrified. I've rolled so well. I don't wanna. Okay, this place.
Actually,
One.
before I forget, Rock,
Natural one.
This is the
Natural.
last roll, Adam?
yeah, but before that, because you're using like an arcane means to kind of help you,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see how much alcohol you've been burning off with the fire breath.
Ooh, I
Interesting.
like that.
I'll give you that.
I'm kind of cheating. Natural 20!
Oh my god. It's meant
Oh,
to
I should have
be.
saved that for the actual check.
All right. So with that, your save, the DC has dropped a little bit, and I will allow you to do it at advantage.
I was gonna say, if you made me waste my natural 20.
No, it's worth it.
Debated.
Dregnar, you finish it, but holy shit, do you feel like hell? Like you're just kind of in the process of drinking it as still at this moment, but you do successfully get finished. But yeah, go ahead and give me the advantage, Rock.
Okay, and just so I know, I have inspiration. What is that? A D8?
8.
And does guide can I use
do it.
No.
No?
It's a
Guidance
ability
is
check.
not a save.
Come on.
It's the right idea.
Oh boy, this is bad. I rolled an 8.
But what's the totals?
Total?
It's +6. So.
Plus 6, so 14 plus another 4, 18.
Roll your D8.
That was the plus 4.
Oh, that was the. Okay.
Okay, so
18 total.
18 total. So yeah, with that, Rock, you have not felt terrible yet. You managed to finish, and as that finally like sets in, you start to feel like woozy and swirly and all that. And then Dregnar is right behind you, just kind of finishing as well. And Dregnar is, for lack of a better term, whoop, 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 whoop. There's no Dregnar.
I'm just gonna fall backwards on the table, just holding the mug in my hand.
Yeah, Dregnar, like this big old smile. And Rock, you're there, and you're just kind of finish it, holding it. I don't know if you want to release some more fire or whatever, but you're just like, oh.
I'm gonna hold my arms up in victory. I see Dregnar down. I'm gonna hold my arms up. Just for a little bit of show, I'm gonna grab an Ogre Buster out of. I guess Davis is near me, so grab it.
Sure.
Davis' Ogre Buster. Take
Okay.
a small swig of it. Put it down. Do a little bit of fire, and then just kind of like roll off the table and just like plop and tuck into my shell. And I'll put a little bit of fire. I'll come out of my shell, but you can't see me.
And with that, the Iron Shell and the Random Dwarf have defeated 2 guzzling giants, as far as the crowd is aware. Dregnar is out cold, and Rock is just
Feeling it.
in a happy place right now, trying to make himself feel better. The crowd has gone nuts. The owner is just aghast. He didn't think anyone could do this. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting it to go like this. And Marb, you are flooded with silver and copper pieces to the point where you have no idea whose money is whose at this point. So yeah, you'll have to kind of deal with sorting that out, and that's, I guess, where you will call it for the evening with 2 giants guzzlers guzzled.